Hey guys, it's me, Andy. I'm back to give you another little talk inspired by my ice bath, which was extra cold this morning. So, feeling extra inspired. Whew. And thankful to have made it through. The colder it is, the better it is, but the harder it is as well. But when you get out, boy, you sure feel good and proud of yourself. I'd like to do a little talk on seeing life through the eyes of a child. Imagine if you could wake up tomorrow morning in a fantasy land where the trees are big, jolly green giants and the clouds aren't clouds anymore. They're an elephant and a table tennis playing tortoise and a clown on a bicycle. Just making this all up. This is how children see life until society and family norms knock it out of them. A child is born into this world with eyes full of wonder, with unlimited possibilities, I suppose, with a creative mind that is beyond description, and a sense of freedom that is unlimited. I can think back to memories from my childhood that capture that feeling of pure awe, and amazing how it can be based on the simplest things. One picture I have in my mind, a memory, is of playing in a summer evening, getting close towards dusk, so that there's a lovely deep colour in the sky. But just the colours in that my child's mind are much brighter than they probably seem now through my adult's eyes. Just sitting on a lawn, the grass has been cut recently, and playing with two or three kids. I don't know who they were and I don't know what we were playing, but all I can remember is this feeling of heaven on earth. The grass felt so good, and the smell of the grass that's been cut recently in my nose, and the feeling of joy in between myself and these two or three other kids just all added up to be a little picture of heaven on earth. I'm so pleased to have memories like that, and I hope you all have similar memories, which, not that we don't have amazing moments as adults, but those childhood memories can be so full of wonder and awe and perfection. Everything's perfect right now. That's the feeling that I have from that memory that I just told you about. Now, it is up to us to decide how we see life. By the time you're whatever age you are, I'm 56, and I've been through enough life experience to know that life ain't all roses. There are hardships in life. It is up to us to decide how we keep on seeing life, what our lenses are, if you like. I choose, for one, to, as much as possible, carry on seeing life through those innocent eyes of a child that are full of wonder, that expect there to be a wonderful surprise behind every door, that expects every human to be a wonderful, loving person. So important to try to hold on, or not even hold on, it's to regain that feeling of looking through a child's eyes. As we become adults, it's our choice. Do we give in to what we see on the TV, the dumbed down version, the critical version, the negative version of life? Or do we choose to stay in high vibration and look for the joy, look for the beauty? Because this is what I mean by we decide. Whatever we choose to see is what we are going to see. If I wake up every morning and set my intention that I'm going to see beauty, and I'm going to see, I have many little pieces to my morning prayer, but one of them is that I expect everything to be really gentle today. I love this word gentle, and I've used it in another speech recently, I can remember. But I expect everything to be really gentle today. And I've got to say, it generally works out that way for me. Setting that intention in the morning can be really important to help get the day going in the way you want it to be. There's a wonderful saying that I heard recently. It's by Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., who was a Supreme Court justice, apparently. And the saying went, I don't give a fig. What a wonderful old English saying. Could be, I don't give a banana, but back in those days it was, I don't give a fig for simplicity, but I would give my life for the simplicity on the other side of complexity. And I think this is such a great saying. We are born into this world without knowing any better and expecting the world to be a wonderful place. This is a wonderful thing. We do all get it knocked out of us to a larger or lesser degree. And then as we become adults, it's up to us to choose to regain that childlike view of life. Despite being a little bit battered and having gone through hardship and, all that life experience that you wouldn't have necessarily chosen. Can you regain that viewpoint of a child, that innocent viewpoint? As I say, we can't avoid hardship in this life. It's going to come our way. Let me try to think of a little example from the viewpoint of a child. Say you've been out on your bike and you're cycling around a gravel corner. This is one from my own childhood, actually. And you've come off and you've scraped your knee up pretty bad. Well, for a while there, your mind is going to be filled with the feeling of the pain, and that's what's going to occupy your mind. But if you can get back home within 10 minutes and before you know it, Mum is cleaning your wound and she's telling you how brave you are. Sorry, just thinking of my dear Mum. And she's giving you all the love in the world. And your focus gets changed from feeling the pain of that poor knee, and you start feeling loved, comforted and special with all that attention being put on you. And you remember what a wonderful life this is. Now, I'm sure we've all heard of inner child work. It's a pretty common term that we hear these days. And I always used to think this was a terrible, boring premise. Connect with your inner child, make it feel safe. That little innocent child. But lately I'm starting to understand what it's about. Yes, we need to make that inner child feel safe. But the reason behind that is that that inner child is full of vibrancy. It's full of spontaneity. It's full of creativity. And if you can let your inner child be free again, if you can unleash it, wow, what a power. And when you can combine that with the wisdom that you've gained through the years that you've been on this world, the wisdom of your adult discernment combined with that childhood awe, that childhood wonder, what a powerful combination. We can't unleash that child every moment of the day, but when we have the wisdom and discernment as an adult to know when it is allowed to be unleashed and to make sure we do unleash that inner child whenever possible. To be silly, to be vibrant, to be creative, to be outspoken. What a power. So let's go forward and try to see life through the eyes of that child. Thanks for listening.